Good morning! It is now day 2. I'm here at Disneyland Park for extra magic hours. For the first time I've ever seen, whilst I've visited, the parks are completely sold out today. I've never been here when they've been sold out, so I'll be very interested to see what that is like. My friends are currently at Walt Disney Studios Park, so we're probably going to meet up later today. But let's go and see what we can get done in extra magic hours on a sold out day. It was quite the queue to come in for extra magic hours, so I'd never ever come on the weekends just to avoid this sort of thing, so it's going to be interesting to see what it is like. But I'm quite happy to go see shows, parades, go around on the train. There's so many things you can do whilst you're waiting for the queue times to kind of be a bit more reasonable. So I can hear the music. I've arrived, I can hear the music. It's a great way to start the day. Nothing better than the main mouses greeting you as you walk into the park. I don't really know what to go on first. I feel like Peter Pan would be a good call. I feel like literally everyone's going to go to Peter Pan, right? So maybe something else in Fantasyland like Snow White or Pinocchio. Another dark ride, but we'll maybe get a lesser queue. We'll have to see. I am having a big problem though with my feet, not with the plantar fasciitis this time, but my shoes, the back of them, have like rubbed away from all the walking and they are so painful. I've put plaster blisters on both the shoe and my foot, but yeah, it's not the one. And I'm like, oh no. At the last minute I was like, I'm going to take these shoes. I wear them a lot in the UK. Bad choice. I should have stuck to what I knew, so I've learnt my lesson. Last night, Delight, the drones were cancelled because of strong winds, and it does look like today is also going to be very windy. So I think we were going to try and see Avengers Power the Night, but I've got a feeling that they are not going to be able to have the drones. I don't know if they still do the projections of the fireworks, but yeah, it's very interesting to see them have to like cancel at the last minute because of the weather, but it's totally understandable. So the only rides currently open are Dumbo, the Carousel and Peter Pan. It's saying Peter Pan is 5 minutes. We all know they're lying, but I'm going to go on that anyway. It does still look short, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And this ride always gets super long queue, so if you can do an extra magic hours on a busy day, this is the way to do it. As ever, I do really enjoy that ride. I wish it was a little bit longer, but the queue time did go up to 15 minutes, but I would say we didn't even wait that much, so that was very good. I think I'm going to try and go on maybe Dumbo next. There aren't very many rides open at the moment, but I'll either do Dumbo or head over to like Buzz, that sort of area, because I haven't done anything there yet. R.I.P. to someone's ears, that's very good. I think that was definitely a longer wait than 15 minutes, but that could just be because I'm old and my feet hurt, but it definitely feels like the queues are longer than they're advertised at the moment. But since waiting, I've noticed that the teacups have now opened, so that's very exciting news. Nothing like a little look around Fantasyland from Dumbo in the morning. Seeing as it's one of my absolute favourites, I'm now going to go on the teacups and then I'm going to have a little rest. My feet are definitely hurting a lot today, so I'm going to take way more breaks. So I'm going to do this as my final ride during extra magic hours, then have a little break. Best way to start the day on the teacups. laps. I'm gonna actually see if I can spin, but you have to be like the world's strongest man. Okay, apparently not. Apparently I've got a knack for it. Normally I cannot spin this for toffee, but now suddenly I've got some inner strength that's come up with me. They just had to tell someone off for eating on the ride, which, who knew people were doing that? I've woken up with a very croaky voice today, and I'm hoping it's just like a one-day thing, because the last trip, when I got home, I did have COVID, so I'm like, please don't start, and that started with my voice, and I'm like, this better not be a repeat, so I'm really hoping it's not the case. But it's nice just to have a little sit down, to rest my foot for a bit. There are some things I want to do over by Buzz Lightyear, but a lot of that is still closed, even though the park's just opened. So I don't know whether to do Pirates and Phantom, because they're both open, both short queues, and then make my way over there afterwards. So maybe that's a plan, because there's no fun getting to a land and then everything's shut and you're like, oh, I just stood here, what am I doing? But I would say, if you come during extra magical hours, always check the app. That will let you know which rides are currently open, which ones are closed, and an estimated wait time. The wait times do tend to go up quite quickly, because Peter Pan's, for example, was 5 minutes, but people all head there, so very, very quickly that builds up. But again, it was only 15 minutes when I went on it, but once I got off, it was an hour, so very quickly it builds up. It is very, very windy currently. My ears keep flying off, and I think that's why the person's ears came off on Dumbo. That is not a ride traditionally your ears would fall off on, but with that wind when you go up in the air, it's not the one. I have to say though, the air in our room is quite dry, and Sazzy woke up and said she had croaky throat as well, so maybe it's just that. Fingers crossed it's just the dry air situation. So interestingly, Pirates was listed as a 10-minute wait. It's actually a walk-on, so it's never very accurate, the wait times at Disneyland Paris. Sometimes you'll wait much longer and sometimes you'll wait much shorter.
Grab his tail! Go on! Grab it! You think
So Pirates was as good as usual. I could go on that over and over again. And what's nice is, because I was on my own, I got to go in the front row. The front row, they normally only see 1 or 2 people. So if you're solo or if you're in a 2, sometimes you get to sit there, which is fantastic. So I think I'm going to head over now towards Buzz and see what's going on over there. But I have to say, I've done 4 rides in extra magic hours, and on a day where the park is completely full, I didn't think that would happen. So I'm really, really impressed. This is always one of my favourite photo spots in Disneyland Paris, where you get Skull Rock and the pirate ship in your photo, and it's a really, really cool photo spot. There's so many great photo spots in Disneyland Paris. I really think I should do a video about the ones that you can find. And I actually find there's a lot more photo spots in Disneyland Paris than Disney World. I think because the ones at Disney World are more spaced out, so it's very handy that there's so many in a short walking distance in Disneyland Paris. I'm taking a very slow walk over to the other side of the park now. My feet are absolutely dead today. These shoes are going in the bin when I get home. I'm actually feeling a little bit peckish, but I brought some of my vegan pain au chocolat with me, so I'll probably have that when I'm in the next queue, or if I'm having a little sit down rest. Today is actually my Patreon Park Day, and one of the things we chose was which character to meet, and we went for a Star Wars character. So I'm over here at Starport. I'm going to get in the queue now to meet Darth Vader. So an update, I queued for over half an hour and we were still probably 30 or 40 minutes away from meeting Darth Vader, and my feet are absolutely killing me. With the plantar fasciitis, standing on the spot is the difficult thing. So I'm just gonna have to go sit down somewhere. Like, my feet are dead. So hopefully maybe it'll come down later. But I do find this about Disneyland Paris: the character meets always have incredibly long queues. It's not like Disney World where it's much more efficient and you can even get Genie Plus or stuff like that to meet characters. You can't do that here. So I never ever meet characters because it's just too long and I can't wait for that long, so it's such a shame. So hopefully I'll be able to do it later, but now I'm gonna have to go to Videopolis to sit down because I'm dead. I may be a 36-year-old person, but I very much enjoy watching those cartoons in Videopolis. So I had a little sit down now. My friends have now come into this park, so I'm heading to meet them, but we're stuck on either side of the parade, so it might be a little wait before I can see them. So we have finally managed to meet up. When we were trying to meet up, Dream and Shine Brighton was happening, but we were on opposite sides of the road, but we finally made it work. So we're heading to Indiana Jones now. Matt is a massive coaster enthusiast, he knows everything, so I'm very excited. This is the one coaster I'm like, yeah, I can do this one.
It's probably the roughest one here, but
it's weird, isn't it? So the single ride of Indiana Jones has gone up to 25 minutes, and for a like very short ride we were like, let's go find something we can all do. So we're going to head to Peter Pan, head over to Fantasyland, and we haven't done that yet, so that'll be really cute. No, not Peter Pan, we're going to Pinocchio, aren't we? Pinocchio. The other P, yeah. So we've changed our plans again. Everything that we go to ends up having a massive queue when we get there.
It's because we're just so popular.
I know.
That must be what it is.
Really, it's a meet and greet for us.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Amazing. So instead we have come to the little storybook ferry. It's not a ferry, is it? It's a little boat. So we're going to go have a little...
This is the backup ride for when all other rides...
Exactly. But even this has a 15-minute queue, so you can tell it's a busy day. Because no one goes on this one, do
We're
they?
finally getting on a ride. I can see those boats.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
happening.
It feels productive.
Yeah.
We finally made it on a ride.
Yeah.
Exactly. This has been very stressful for Becky. She had a little bottle of Coke. The lid shot about 20 foot in the air. We don't know what happened there.
Killed somebody.
Getting in the boat,
Then I
very
just
stressful.
Then I nearly fell into the boat.
This is an unbelievably stressful ride.
this isn't how I remember Indiana Jones.
It's a little bit different. I think it's a rock thing. Oh my god. I love that they've added real ducks for
Yeah. Beyonce? Is that like Beyonce's sister? There goes the baker with his tray like always. There she is, shading her whole
So we are now here, we've come back to Indiana Jones. The single ride is supposed to be 15 minutes again.
Allegedly, we'll see.
Yeah, so we're going to go on it. We're going to have our little 15-minute Momo for our 30-second ride. It'll be amazing. So we have just come off with Indiana Jones. What did you think?
Well, I think my views are irrelevant now because the Hope that Sophie has been desperate to get has been located in a shop, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think this time around I followed the advice and kept my head in the headrest, but then that is impossible at times.
Yeah, that's so true.
But it's like my ears, I have my ears on the side.
It's so bad, isn't it?
But,
my favourite bit is when you come into the station and the car stops but your body carries on going.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
It definitely wasn't as rough if you follow the advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't like try and lean into it because that ends badly. But that was good actually.
Don't go rogue, follow the advice.
Yeah, stay safe.
So since last March I've been looking for this coat and it has never been in, and it's finally here. Becky found it and we've rushed over and I'm getting the coat.
And I was like, that's the coat, is that the coat? And then I sent it to you and then Matt was like, she's hyperventilating.
Yeah, exactly. I am so excited. Watch me try it on now and it doesn't fit. We have found the coat. I think it's pretty small. I don't think it's going to do up.
It does look good though.
Do you think it looks good?
Yeah, it does.
I'm kind of like half tempted.
Do you want it for fashion or for function?
Yeah, exactly.
That is the problem.
You know what you're talking about.
My partner to get it, so get it.
The votes are in. It's getting it. I think it's happening.
I think it is.
I'd already decided a year ago I was going to buy it, so might not buy it.
Manifestation.
Yes, it's happened. I couldn't believe, honestly, when you text, we got off the ride and Matt was like, they found the coat, and I was like, what? And then he went to the bathroom and you text the lamp.
The lamp,
I
I know. It was like the holy trinity.
I know,
with
all
these,
in one.
ears as well that we were looking for.
Exactly.
So yeah, perfect.
We've got it all.
Yeah.
Disney winning. We've all been taken over by the jacket. We all need to buy it now. We've been dazzled by the shine. Oh yeah, you got to have the whole hood moment. That is incredible.
It's a whole
so
moment.
good. It was so
She
good.
is the moment.
Yeah. So another thing to do with my Patreon park days, we set the budget for my spending today. So it was going to be something for €10, like a really affordable thing, or something €50, and I'm going to add €50 plus. And luckily, because they know I love to shop, they went with the €50. So I'm getting the jacket, and there's something else that I'm getting, and I'm going to show you right now. I'm getting the Bigfoot Grogu. It's happening. It's happened, I've made some purchases. In the storybook shop, they have the really cool bags you can get that were actually made from the tarpaulin that covered the castle when they were having the renovation here. So you can own a little bit of Disneyland Paris, which is so cool. It's the one. So another thing on my Patreon part day was picking where to eat, and I'm finally going to Last Chance Cafe. Every single time I've been to Disneyland Paris, this is closed, and I've been wanting to try the chili for literally years. Today is finally the day, and I can't wait to go in because it's been such a long time. Are you getting everything on the menu?
That might be a sharing selection.
Yes, that's what's exciting.
Yeah.
So we can't get everything, can we?
Disney spending. You can always get everything.
That's very true.
So we've come to Last Chance Cafe, and I've got the vegan chili. So we're going to give it a little taste test now. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh my god, that's amazing. That is really, really good chili. Amazing flavour. Like proper chili, not spicy, but packed full of little kidney beans and stuff like this. Love this. So I have to say the vegan chili was incredible. It was so delicious. It was quite a small portion, but it was really, really good and hearty, and I would absolutely get it again. And I would actually say it's one of my favourite quick service options. That and the vegan fish and chips from Total are the ones. But if you're looking for something that's really hearty but kind of cheap, it's €8, or just like a smaller meal, this is perfect. So another Patreon Park Day pick was what type of photo to take, a unique photo spot or a classic castle shot. So we went for the classic castle shot, but I've chosen a unique angle. A lot of people come to the side of the castle, but it looks amazing, so we're going to do a little photo here. So we jumped into the Pinocchio queue. It said it was going to be about 30 minutes, which is kind of at the tail end of what I could tolerate, and it's definitely going to be way longer than that. So I've decided to hop out of the queue and have a little sit down. After this, we probably are going to have a little rest, maybe go back to the Royal Pub, and then go back to the room, freshen up for dinner tonight. But I'm like, yeah, I think it's best if I sit down now, because otherwise we will have to get off the ride and we're going to have to sit down for ages before we can leave. So I was like, oh, just go and sit down, have a little rest, and then we'll carry on. As I said earlier, today is actually a sold out day in the park, and you very, very much notice the difference. I would say both my January trip and this trip in March have been much busier than they have been previously. I don't know if it's now that we're back to pre-COVID levels, but last March when I came, we queued no more than 20 minutes for anything, whereas today, nothing is under 20 minutes. And that will be something like the storybook little ferry. It's not a ferry, is it? But the thing we went on earlier. So it's wild to see the difference. I typically do not come on weekends because of this. I only visit midweek. But with work, it made sense that we did a weekend. But it's just very interesting to, even in March, have a completely sold out day in the parks. So the Pinocchio wait ended up being 50 minutes, so I'm very glad that I did step out. I'm still struggling, my foot's very much hurting, even though I've had the little sit down, but I think after this we're going to head out, so hopefully I'll get to have a nice rest now before dinner, and that should help massively. I'm contemplating contemplating. I have brought some Crocs sliders with me to wear in the room because I can't walk on hard surfaces because of my plantar fasciitis, and I'm contemplating wearing them tonight because as well as my feet being sore from being tired, these trainers have been rubbing me rotten. So I'm like, it might be a fashion faux pas, but do I wear the sliders tonight? What is your reaction?
We're going on again.
That's quite creepy.
It is creepy, isn't
Pretty
it?
dark.
It is
We were
creepy.
like, that was scarier than the Haunted Mansion. It was so sinister.
Is it scarier than the poster for Ghost Garage?
Oh,
No, nothing will beat that. That was
That's
terrifying.
Top tier terror.
Yeah.
I actually looked at my clock when we went in. You made 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my god. Was not
Nice,
worth that,
Disney
but
nice.
okay.
So we are back at the Royal Pub. It's become our little afternoon hangout, but it's a good place to
Become a
relax.
tradition by now.
Yeah, exactly. But it is a really nice place if you want somewhere to chill out, get some drinks, let your feet rest. The dangly seat situation is great for your legs. And I have got an Oxford Street little specialty cocktail, and that was one of the Patreon Park Day picks to get a specialty drink. So I'm very excited to try this. So
It looks very bubbly.
It looks nice.
It looks quite summery for this grey day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can pretend that it's Florida. Good.
That's really nice. It's really sweet.
What is it?
It's got pineapple and other things in it. I can't
Wait, let's
remember.
consult the. Oh my god, nearly knocked
Oh, no.
the whole thing over. Let's consult the menu.
Let's see what it is.
Passion fruit puree, pineapple nectar, vanilla syrup, lime juice, and fresh basil.
That sounds good. It's very tasty. It's very
Yeah.
sweet, but it's like really perking you up. So like this is what you need for an afternoon pickup. Get something very sweet. So we've just had our little afternoon rest. It's definitely helped my foot a bit, but the backs of my feet are really hurting from these shoes rubbing. So I'm going to change into my Croc sliders and wear them with socks and just be fashionable tonight. Matt, look at this lovely box. What does this box have in it?
It's a lovely lamp.
It is very nice lamb.
€99.
I love it.
Are you telling them we've just been to the Royal Pub again?
Yes. Every day of the vlog in the Royal Pub.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, exactly. It's no longer a Disney vlog, it's a Royal Pub vlog. So we had a little pop back to the hotel, a little refresher, tiny power nap.
Oh, it was too tiny.
Yeah,
I could have had at least an extra 10 minutes, but we made do with what we had.
Yeah, exactly. But now we've come back to the Studios Park because we're going to Bistro Chez Remy for dinner, which means we're going to be little rats.
Little rats! I'm so excited to be a rat and eat my rat dinner!
It's so good. I very much identify as a meal. We just like eating everything all the time.
I love a meal.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
everyone's spirit animal. We love it.
So we're going to go in and meal it up. It's going to be amazing.
She would have certainly someone that just falls off the radar for everyone now.
Yeah.
Super.
So the parks have quietened down quite a bit, which is good news. We are all feeling very, very tired though, and all of our feet are suffering. So we're probably going to have the meal, see what the ride wait times are in here. I think the drone show tonight is going to be off because it's again quite windy. So we're like, if we don't see it, it's not the end of the world. So we might have an earlier night. During the break at the hotel, we've already done some packing. Don't know where I'm going to put my little Bigfoot Grogu, but you know, we'll worry about that tomorrow. But right now, loving being back in this park. I'm very excited for this meal. I haven't been to this restaurant since 2021, and the menu has updated, so I can't wait to go and eat here again.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
I need you to take a magical step forward. I don't bite. Perfect. Come on, everyone, join in. Magical step. Perfect. Do you know what happened to you?
We turned into rats.
Not quite, because you still look human. But yes, our chef Remy today is your head cook. Okay, so the problem is we humans eat much too much. Okay, we can't cook for that many people and our food quantity. So we shrunk you without your authorization. I hope that's okay. So that means you can enjoy his delicious cuisine today. So everything in the restaurant's going to look really big, but actually it's not. You're just really small. Okay. So do not worry. We do change you back at the end of the meal if you be nice. Okay. Would you like to follow me? Sorry. Would you like to follow me and enjoy our restaurant?
It's so cute.
our cocktail umbrellas. If you want to come back to these iconic places at the end of the meal, you can to get some nice group pictures or things like that.
What are your first thoughts? Is it very
I'm amazed. It's so good. I'm wondering, like, are the toilets really tiny as well? This is so cool. I love it. And also, all these eclairs in this case look really good as well. Oh, look at the little lights. Wow, so good.
Yeah, the ceiling's next level. It's so lovely. I'm so excited we've got a plate table. So for my starter, I've gone for this spelt and mushroom salad. It looks really good. The salad I had here before was really nice, so let's try it.
Here's your meal.
Really good. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Ah, this is really hot. So the main here was some meatballs with a stew, and it was super tasty. The meatballs are unbelievably realistic. They're the same ones you get in Silver Spur Steakhouse, and the first time I had that I sent it back because I thought it was actually meat, but it was very tasty. I like that you also had loads of veg in the stew itself, so the food here has been amazing. So I would definitely come back. Okay, what did you all think of the food? Oh wait, let me turn this around.
The wine was brilliant. Oh.
What did you think of the food? It was good.
Very good.
It was really nice. It was great.
So we have just finished our meal at Bistro Chez Remy. It was so amazing. The food was delicious. The decor was incredible, and we had the most amazing server, Jean-Baptiste, and we couldn't have had more of a hoot. We had such a laugh. So absolutely loved it there. All of the staff we encountered were amazing. So really enjoyed that meal. It's lovely as well. We had like a 2-hour meal. Our feet are all rested, and just really nice to chill out on our last night. So now we're going to see if we can get one more ride in. So we're hoping for web slingers. Let's see how it goes. It's now 3 minutes until web slingers shuts, and we're just about to enter the queue. So hopefully we'll be some of the last people on the ride. 2 minutes left, and we're going to get on there, and we're going to get a high score. It's going to be amazing. So we just got there. It was before 9 o'clock, and then we're turning everyone away, which is so sad because the ride shuts at 9. So we didn't quite make it, did we? It's not fair.
Absolutely.
Outrageous.
Outrageous.
Not good.
They just didn't want us to get the high score.
I know. They were worried. They saw we were going to make it.
I think so.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Horrendous.
It's so spiteful.
Thank you for all of your heroic efforts as you continue your training. Performing diagnostics check on Quinjet engines. Quinjet diagnostics complete.
So, although web slingers were shut, Sazzy and Matt went on Flight Force after a 3/4 meal and a bottle of wine. So we're going to see if that was a good decision or not.
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. Was that a great decision?
Yes, it was.
Yay!
We got on at 20:59 with 1 minute to spare.
Are your tummies swirling with wine?
No.
I feel alright.
Oh, so that is it for tonight. It was really nice to go to Disneyland Park for extra magic hours and get so much done. And then it was really nice to meet up with my friends for the rest of the day. It was a very busy day in the park, but not unbelievably so. I was expecting us to get nothing done, so it was nice. We still did get to go on a few rides. Last Chance Cafe was amazing. My Patreon Park day was so fantastic. I'm so sorry I did not get to meet Darth Vader, but that queue was unbelievably long. But then it being a sold out day, it absolutely made sense. The meal at Bistro Chez Remy was incredible. The only downside is my feet. My feet are dead. Those shoes have killed them. But changing to the Croc sliders with socks was the win. So tomorrow is our final day. I can't believe how quickly this trip has gone. But do come along and join us. And until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.